Hey guys, it's me, Tom. I've killed Eric and stolen his motorcycle, but also found out that he's got an issue with his cam chain. And today, in his honor, because he's dead, we're making this video about how to change it.
Today on Tom and Eric Try, we're going to be replacing the cam chain tensioner on my FJ-09 with a manual cam chain tensioner by APE or APE. I've been having the really bad ticking sound for some time now. I got it replaced last winter at the shop. They put the new Yamaha piece in, but I still have the sound. You guys can take a listen here. Hold on, let me think about what I want to say. So the main issue with this cam chain tensioner that comes with the FJ-09 is that it is a automatic, is that it reacts to oil pressure within the engine as you come and go with the throttle. What we're replacing it with is a manual cam chain tensioner, which we're gonna set it and forget it until we need to adjust it again. Yeah. And just a quick note before we start taking apart anything, you should know that the majority of my projects do end up with my bike in the shop, and you can take it to a mechanic. Actually, I brought mine to a mechanic and they said they didn't want to do it. So here I am doing it. So, you know, just try your best. To give a shout out to my resources for this install, we got Marthy on the FZ-09 forum, and we're also taking a look at a nice YouTube video by Powertrain Developments. He did a nice job with his install video, so cross-referencing both, mix and matching. And let's see if we can get it in. This. Problem number one, I seem to be missing the metric Allen wrench I need, so we're just gonna give it a whirl with the non-metrics. Luckily, Tom brought some tools today for the first time ever, and he's got some metrics here, so we're gonna give these a try. So step number one, we're gonna take this guy off of here, and that's gonna expose the actual chain. Nice. Come on, buddy. I don't know what's gonna happen when I take this last bolt off. Are we sure we want to open this up?
I think it's too late.
There's no turning back. Oh God. Oh, it's bad. Oh. Wow. Oh, look, no oil spill either. This is fun.
Tell us what the parts are.
So we got the chain.
What chain?
This is cam chain. This is the guide here, and this the tensioner up here pushes on the guide, I'm pretty sure, and keeps everything in check, I think. So now the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna shove something in there to basically keep tension on everything while we are replacing the cam chain tensioner.
What are you gonna shove in there?
I'm gonna look through my box and see what looks good. What do you think? This looks like a good object to put in there. Everyone said that you gotta like be sure it's clean, so I'm just gonna put it in a rubber glove.
All right, plug it in.
Just put it in there, huh? Oh, that actually is working. But it might be a little too tight though. Oh. I think that just moved. Oh, that's a good fit. What we've done so far is we've got the rubber glove holding a little dangler in there, and that's keeping pressure on everything, and hopefully we're not gonna mess it up. So now that we've got tension on all this, in theory, what they've told me, I should be able to take the cam chain tensioner out, which is gonna release the pressure up there, but because I've got this here, everything should stay in place.
And he still doesn't understand how it works.
We got our non-metric wrench that we're gonna put into the metric bolt.
Let's take a look at the wrench.
This is nice. I've got some corrosion on there. This is a good one.
Oh, wow.
So you just gotta back these boys out. Let's see. Oh, we got it. This is honestly a terrible idea. All right, we're still going with that one.
Tell everybody what you did to your bark buster.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
What happened? It's all right.
I slipped on some leaves.
Oh.
After I specifically mentioned in an Instagram caption, who loves slipping on leaves? And I slipped on leaves. But the bark busters really did quite a good job protecting my entire bike. The only damage I got was this right here. This guy. But everything else went right into the bark buster. Funny how the protection and equipment that you buy, you end up needing it the day after.
Oh, dude, you're out of clearance. Were people able to do this without using a wrench that was cut? You don't know.
Oh, it's loose. Oh, you got it. This is why I keep Tom. And here we have the Yamaha, maybe like 3rd or 5th or 6th edition automatic cam chain tensioner that doesn't work. We have the APE manual cam chain tensioner for the FZ series or FJ.
Wow.
The manual cam chain tensioner ready to pop in. We're gonna make sure the adjuster goes in and out freely using a 4mm Allen. Remove the lock nut. Oh, am I grabbing that bolt for me, Tom? That nut? Oh, thank you very much. And you know what? I think I do have some 4mm Allens. Oh, thank God. You know, it's a rare time when me and Tom have the tools we need and we don't have to go to AutoZone or Home Depot.
Yeah, that's true.
So let's see if...
We have a lot of tools now.
Yeah, we just keep gathering tools. All right, so this is working as it should. It goes in and it goes out. Now we gotta back this all the way out. So we're retracting that arm. We're gonna throw our gasket on there. There we go, it's on there. That's our gasket. All right, it's going in. Everyone wish me luck. Oh. Whoa. See if we can get these bolts started. All right.
Oh, what are you doing?
Let me take it off for a second.
Oh, boy.
I just want to be sure I'm doing it. Yeah, see if you can get that back one started.
Oh, wow. I'm going to lean over the other side of the bike. There we go. There we go.
No,
that feels okay?
Yeah, it feels good.
All right.
All right. So we just finished tightening the bolts on the new manual cam chain tensioner. I gotta be honest, it was not fun. It was tough. A lot of people cut their Allen wrenches to be able to get them in there a little bit easier. Can't tell you how much difference that would have made, but you know, anything to make it easier. But it's in there. Be patient. And now we're just gonna tighten up the adjuster, lock it in, and start it. There's a few different ways that we could gauge, a few different ways that we could see. There's a few different ways that we could measure how deep.
There's a few different ways. What are you trying to say?
We're trying to talk about how far we need to screw the tensioner in.
Oh. Yeah, I'll let you explain.
So there's a few different ways that we can try to gauge how far we need to screw that tensioner in. What we're going to do is, right now, we did put this, the guard in here earlier to keep everything tight, but there's still a little bit of slack in here that we can feel. So we think that if we press this down a little bit, the actual tensioner, we should see some of that slack go away. Then we'll be comfortable to remove the guard. So we're gonna tighten this up now, just by hand. All right, so we've tightened it up. We pretty much got it to where there was very, 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 very little play in the cam chain. Then we backed it up roughly a half turn, like the APE or APE manual says. So we're gonna button it back up, put the engine cover back on, and give it a shot.
That seems wrong.
I think this did move. All right,
it's now midnight.
So it's midnight o'clock, and we are having a big issue with this little piece that aligns the actual guide. It was stuck in my engine cover, and we didn't realize that it was a pin that was supposed to just stay in there. So we're sitting here the whole time trying to weasel this whole thing back in there and get everything aligned, when this pin right here should have just stayed in the engine the entire time. So now that everything is in place, we're gonna give it one last check and we'll button it up. All right, so here goes the engine cover back on. We're lining it up with that pesky little pin.
line it up.
Somehow there. It
There
goes.
we go.
There. It's
Cool.
on. Just an FYI, the gasket for my engine cover was still seated on there. I did not replace it. It's the moment of truth. And the key's in there. This is really a big moment of truth.
I'm pretty nervous. All right, fire it up.
It's running. Purely amazed at the success. A lot of things we battled. We stayed positive. We had fun. We got our hands dirty. And I still have a working motorcycle. Cocky, but just did some pretty serious engine work. Just kidding. We did our best. I do have a working motorcycle still. I'm pretty happy about it. I'm gonna ride a little bit with it, commute to work, see if there's anything that needs adjusting, but at least everything's in place and we did it. See, what usually happens is right around Thanksgiving, I do work on my bike and I mess it up and then it goes into the shop for the winter and then I never pay to store it. Thanks, Tom, for helping out, buddy. You did a great job as always.
No problem.
He's my number one hand.
The only one.
Yep. All right.
Are you gonna do a sign off?
Wasn't that it?
Oh, sure. All right.
All right.